welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. I'm your host, Joffe, of course, and we have Tashay in the building as well. And then we have Mike in the building as well.
Hello.
And this guy back here. Can you see me? Oh my God. We are so silly. We are so silly. So this is the cast of The Walk of Purity, directed and written by who? The Tiffany. Yes, indeed. We're going to go ahead and get started with this. Well, before I say that, is what TDLC Ministries? Like, go ahead and get the camera on there.
TDLC Ministries Production.
Come on now.
Hey.
Come on now.
Hey. All right. We got that.
Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and get this started. So first and foremost, I'm glad everybody made it safe and cool. Everybody's in the building. We are here present and accounted for. Yep. But we all know who we are here for, which is
Tiffany.
This is her very first, and we're so proud of her. We're giving you your flowers right now because you already deserve it.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Appreciate you for picking us. You know, being a part of this. I'm part of podcast.
You is part of He is the Just Acting Up Show, and he's a part of my cast, y'all. So this is just a special moment.
Everybody a part of the cast and just
forgot himself.
I'm like, oh yeah, me. Oh my God, I'm so silly, y'all. So let's go ahead and get this started. So Tiffany, tell us about the play and how you got started with writing this and with the story.
So, let me just start off by saying that I am 36 years old. And yes, indeed, I am still pure. I am still a virgin by choice. I have made a decision to wait for marriage. And before I even thought about writing the script, it was a poem that I wrote like 5 years ago. And so I'm going to start there because it was like a lot of emotion that went into that. So when I wrote the poem, it was basically my way of just breaking out, because I used to be ashamed of it. Like for years, I used to be ashamed to say that I'm still a virgin at my age, because that's unheard of. Right. And so it was one particular incident that I had with a friend like 7 years ago. You know, I was really close to this friend, and basically this friend was about to get married to somebody that she reunited with on social media. And I was trying to tell her the truth, like, hey, that's probably not something that you want to do, because, you know, if he really loves you, he can wait till you get out and blah, blah, blah. But instead of her taking that as me trying to help and be a friend, she took it to social media and basically blasted me. It was saying, you know, you got to be careful what you tell your friends, you know, everybody's not going to be happy, you know, about your good news and, you know, and all of that good stuff. So then her friends started chiming in. By the way, I don't know her friends, okay? So her friends chimed in and was like, oh, you know, you can't be listening to people, you know, especially who ain't never had a man who's still a virgin. Wow. And so that, like, when I tell you, like, my heart shattered, because I'm like, I don't even know y'all, and y'all are saying this. So that means you've been running your mouth about me. And I haven't done anything wrong. I was really in my heart trying to be a friend. And so that is what led me to write the poem, because my poem was like my way of like breaking out, saying I'm not ashamed no more. I'm gonna walk in this boldly. I don't care what nobody thinks, because it's the right thing to do, and blah blah blah. And so thereafter now comes the script, because, you know, of course the poem can't be long as a script. I can only tell like a portion of my story in the poem, but I wanted to tell my full story in my script. So, and I also want to shed some light that, hey, it's no condemnation for those who are not, but listen, it's okay too. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be, I'm 36. If you 46 and still a virgin and you're not married, it's okay, because it's the right thing to do. And if you're not, then nobody's condemning you, but it's okay to do the right thing. So I just want to shed some light on the fact that it's okay to be you, and it's okay to be walking in your truth.
Right. Come on, man. Y'all gotta clap. Yes, I love it. I love the story. Once you told me about the backstory and everything, and I told Chris and Mike Shay about it, they was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Because you firstly don't meet a lot of virgins, you know, first off. And then the ones that are, they're ashamed of it, and they don't tell us. They don't let us know. They be right there talking about everything just like we are. Because even though they're not virgins, it doesn't mean that they've never been in a relationship.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they haven't had experiences or know things that we may not know.
Yeah, because I mean, again, you just said something. They may be, ashamed. I used to be ashamed. I'm gonna tell y'all can probably laugh, but I used to be so ashamed to where like I would actually lie and make up stories. Like whenever I would talk to my friends and we would be out and they, talk about their sex stories, I would take a combination of what they would say and I would make it my own because I was ashamed. It's like, okay, well, how they sitting up there telling me all this stuff and I ain't got nothing to say. I was like, okay, well, let me lie. Let me make up something because I want to fit in.
Yeah.
But then somewhere along the lines of when I turned 30, 31, I said, the heck with this. I'm going to be myself. And if you love me, you're going to stick around. And if you're not, then you can just go. And so ever since I can say, for the last 5 years, I've been boldly walking in it. And I no longer have to lie. I no longer have to be ashamed of it because I own who I am, 100% of who I am. So, yeah.
So let's go ahead and with all that being said right there, let's go ahead and get into the cast real quick. We have 3 of us. Yes, I am a part of the cast.
Yes, he's a part of the cast, y'all. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, once again. So, Amanda, tell us about your character.
My character is Sophia. And Sophia is that friend that doesn't have a problem telling you how she feels. She loves you to death, but if it's something where she feels like this isn't working, sis, I gotta say something to you. She has no problem doing that. It's all in love, but she's a bold character. She's one of Karen's good girlfriends. So she just has a vibrant personality. She's also in a relationship herself. And being that her friend Karen reveals that she's still a virgin, it kind of makes her think about her relationship and the fact that she's having sex and she's not married, that whole type of thing. So it just forces her to kind of look at her situation. And then for those that come to the play, they'll see how that ends with her man.
Yes. I like how you cut the I can't get all that.
Yeah. Come to the play.
So was it hard to play that role? Like, did you have to alter some of your own, characteristics for this part?
I didn't have to alter because I am that friend.
Which is why I gave her that character.
I feel like if you're a true friend, you want to tell your friends the truth.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be that type of friend where I'm sugarcoating things. That's not me being authentic, and it's not a true friendship in that way. So I'm always the type, I've never tried to embarrass my friend, but I can pull you to the side and be like, hey girl, listen. That type of thing. And it's never a thing of trying to be so concerned about how they feel about what you say when you know you're coming from a genuine spot and it's for their own good. Yeah, so definitely just pulled that right on in from life and added it to this character. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
Thank you for sharing that as well too. We all need them honest friends. I think.
Yeah, we really please.
So my honest friend.
The honest friend.
My honest friend just need to package their honesty just a little bit.
I have friends that's too honest. Like, man, you want to fight.
But you know what? It's so funny, because it's funny that, you say, Amanda, that's who you are, because I'm telling you, I don't know, like, when I was doing my casting and when I was, like, after y'all came to audition for the roles and I had to sit back, like, although y'all may have read for different parts, I had to look through my script and be like, okay, where would they fit the most?
Right.
I'm telling you, it was the Holy Spirit that just led me to, like, I was like, nah, she'll be better reading this. Because you read from Mama Tony.
I did.
But I was like, nah, she's Sophia. That's Sophia all day long. Yes. And you read for Sister Kim. I said, no, ma'am, that's Mama Tony. Straight up, like it was, I had, of course, the help of my production team with my casting, but I wanted them to fit the role that would best, fit them or whatnot. And so I'm telling you, I know when you're acting, you're not being yourself, but you have to be able to resonate with that character at some point. Right. Yes, you are Sophia. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I agree. And speaking of tap into the character.
Hello.
Lord,
Hello.
Yes.
Come on, talk, Mama. Tell us about your character.
Well, I play Mama Tony. I'm Karen's mother, and I am there as not only an example, but I'm there to encourage my daughter, because I did my life a certain way growing up without giving too much away. I don't want to give too much away, but I did my life a certain way growing up, but I know that it wasn't right, and I wanted better for my daughter. So my whole thing is to encourage her to stay in that walk because I know it's right, and I know that it pleases God, and we are here to please God and do what's right.
Come on.
And so that's my part in the play is to just keep my daughter on that path and encourage her, and no matter what nobody say and how nobody make you feel, you do what's best for you. And if that's what you want to walk and that's your walk and it pleases God, you stay there and you do that. Because ultimately, on a side note, people watching you.
Yeah.
And somebody might be going through what you're going through quietly in their shame. But they see you and you can be a light and an example to them. Bring them to Christ and all that good stuff.
You understand? You better take us to church today.
Okay.
Take us to church.
Don't she sound just like a mama, y'all?
Hey,
I was gonna get the word.
Yeah, like,
she borderline did take us to church though.
like y'all mothers, I'm sitting there like over there like, mama, I'm like, man.
Yeah, she had us in there.
Yeah.
Oh my
You can
goodness.
just feel people's spirit sometimes. I don't know about, everybody. You can just feel their energy. Yeah, have really positive energy.
Oh yeah. Yes.
You said
Most
yes.
definitely.
Because I want everybody to win. I
Yeah.
want everybody to win.
Yeah, and you're gonna feel every bit of that energy when y'all come to play and see, because both of them, I love, like, I can't tell y'all too much. I'm not going to, I'll shut up, I'll be quiet.
And by the way, my mother is watching, and so I just want to let my mama know that Miss Deirdre here she is doing your character justice. She will be playing Mama Tony. She will be portraying my mother in the play. So yes.
2 words for you. 2 words.
What's the 2 words? What's the 2 words you got for me?
Ass kicking.
Yes.
And that's so funny because I was just about to bring the question to Deidre and say, with you being a part of the production team and everything, and your role is very, very important. And of course, I'm happy that you picked Deidre because when I first saw, I'm like, Deidre, I'm like, because like Deidre's just so cool.
Yeah.
But we need to really stress how important it is with your crew team. Of course, you have your actors and everything, but the crew, the production team, they are just important because they're the ones right there beside you. Kind of you expressed as well too.
Right.
That if it wasn't for them, all this wouldn't come together.
Oh,
so
listen, I would have 10 heads. I couldn't do it by myself.
I know me and Mike just was talking about that earlier about who is very important behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah, because Mike shared his story about like, nah, y'all need some assistance.
Yeah.
So Deidre, tell us about your role in this play. Part of, I know I said a lot, but tell us your part in this play.
I am her assistant director. Also, she need me to be stage manager. She need me to make calls. Whatever she needs, like, we're there. So to me, anytime you're working behind the scenes or you get the opportunity to help somebody, it's not even about you. What do you need me to do? Where can I help you? Where can I lift some of the burden? So me just being able to see what she wrote unfold on stage, and then they take direction so well without thinking somebody's beating down on them or anything like that. It's just like, I can see stuff that maybe you can't see. Yeah, you did it this way, but this is what I see. This is what I need you to add. And they take that without like a grain of salt, like it doesn't even matter. And so that makes it easier for us to get in and get out of rehearsal. It makes it easier for us to actually see, okay, we have a show, So I love working with y'all. Like, I be sitting up there smiling like a proud mama, just like, oh, look at them.
Yes. Yes.
Professional.
It's plenty of times like, when we're in rehearsal, it's like, because, by the way, big ups to all of y'all because we're like a little bit less than a month out from the show and y'all, they are off book.
Yeah.
They are off book. Give yourselves a hand. They off book. They into their characters like they are so professional. But of course, it's some instances where you may want to say line and stuff like that. Sometimes I can't even keep up with y'all because I'm so into the show.
They be looking like, what's the next line? I
don't know. I'm paying attention to the show. Like I don't know what your line is.
You know you missed it. Right.
Yeah. Like real talk. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Y'all are off book. Y'all are bringing that fire. It's like I'm already, to me, at least the last, I want to say 3 or 4 rehearsals, it's almost like I'm already watching the show. I feel like I'm watching the show already, and to me, I forget like those are my words. Like I wrote that.
We can tell because you started to cry a little bit.
Yeah, like I wrote this.
She was like, okay, give me a minute.
I wrote this, man. I'm like, is this something I wrote? I was like, oh, okay.
Those are real, like in the word of my compadre Mike. What you always say? Those real tears.
Yeah.
Real tears.
Yeah, it's the real tears.
It's like it's just something different. It's something totally different about seeing. We can envision it and we can write it and we know what we want it to look like. But to see other people help you and to push you, that's a whole nother feeling. Like, look, I'm getting emotional over here myself. It's a whole nother, like I can't even explain it. It's different. It's dope, man. Like,
yeah.
So I had a question. Mr. Joffrey, are you going to tell us what you do?
Yeah, Joffrey.
Yes, please.
I keep on getting
I
it.
know you.
Please.
The pastor. You're the pastor.
I am the.
James looks like he'd be a good pastor.
People told me
He
that.
does play
He
well.
does play well.
He
So,
does
you know,
play well.
people
told me
yeah,
that, man.
Yeah, you're a good pastor.
I appreciate that. You ain't never seen the show yet. He told
Pastor
me.
Joffrey.
Oh man. Well, I appreciate y'all for giving me those flowers right now. But yeah, I have fun playing Pastor Tiffany's dad. So I'm hoping I'm playing you right. I'm a little bit silly, but I hope you're okay with that, sir. So don't come when you come see the play. Please don't be like, boy, you ain't playing me right, man. I don't know about this. Like, I'm gonna talk to that young man right there.
You are doing an awesome job.
Yes,
like
you are.
really are, and I'm just like the other night, man. Oh, y'all have to excuse me, my eyes running. But anyway, the other night, I don't know what got into y'all.
yeah.
But y'all just started just acting a good old fool, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are y'all doing? But it was like orchestrated. I think it was the dope scene.
Yeah, because I think what I did is that I did something silly what my stepdad does, or RP to my stepdad. So
Yes, indeed.
he has a tendency of when he will explain things, he will stutter sometimes. And the way he do it, like, no, wait, that. And I did that at one part with Albert, who played as her boyfriend.
Oh,
Like, what?
And and that's why I threw you off. And I said, boy, you did good, but that's not
I
right.
cannot. And then I think Aisha came with that music. And like, oh my God, I wish Miss Yolanda was here, because baby, I don't know what she was doing on that wall. Looked like some windshield wipers. I don't know what she was doing. Baby, what was she doing on that wall?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
So what's so cool about with being a pastor is that, we see a lot of pastors that, really have that moment where they go, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but like I have a certain way of doing it because I don't want it to look like, buffoonery, because we're known for saying that. So I try to stay in a certain type of pocket of going a certain how getting the rise out of the church, and I just have fun doing it. That's why I was saying thank you again for picking me to play as pastor.
Absolutely.
So bring that.
When you came in red for that, I was like, man, that's James all the way. Like that's you.
Appreciate it.
That is you. That was 100% you.
Did I miss my calling up in the pastor?
I think you did. And y'all, we have Karen. We have Karen, the lady that's portraying me. We have her like she just chimed in. Hello, Amanda Parker, also known as Karen. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello. Yes.
Hey. Yeah, but it's so much fun, and that's why I think that's another reason why all of us connect, and we're just all in so unison. Even being off book early and just hitting it right there, it's just so much fun. Usually when you do plays like this, it takes it's stretched out so long, and then you drain and tired. I don't think we feel that way. We always come out energized and happy.
Yeah. And that's the atmosphere that I like to set. I don't want anybody to like ever come to my rehearsals and feel, because to me, acting is an outlet for me.
Right.
Like acting is something that I enjoy, so I don't ever want it to be a stressful experience. I want you to come and enjoy it. Yeah. Of course, I want you to be professional, and I want you to, honor, what you said you're gonna do as far as commitment and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I want it to be more fun and more pleasurable than anything. So I don't ever want anybody to leave and be like, ooh, she get on my nerves. Or if anything, or even if you say that, I want it to be like, okay, yeah, I got on your nerves, but Okay, but we doing this in excellence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be mean. Like you would know it's coming from a good place.
Right.
You know, so that's how I want it to be, and I'm glad that y'all feel that way because that's how I want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know?
sometimes the rehearsals can get a little bit much.
Yeah.
Especially if you're there for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning when you don't really know the lines and you're still trying to figure it out and work it out. But
Right.
I know you said y'all were off book. Are they able to improvise, or do you want them to really stick to the script?
I'm open. I mean, I definitely so I want you to kind of stick to the book, but here's the thing: you can improvise a little bit. I don't want you to be robotic with it. So, and that's why, like the past couple of rehearsals, we've been just kind of running the show, and I told them, hey, if you get stuck, figure out a way to get through that scene because the bottom line is when you on stage, if you get stuck, what you gonna do? Right. So I'm kind of getting them used to doing that. Like I don't want you to be so stuck to that script to where if you get stuck and you can't figure out nothing else to say because you just think about that one word that's on the script. So no, I allow them room to do that, but as long as you stay within the parameters, of course, of the story, you know. Yeah.
So I'm like, I tell them the same time, I'm like, you know the story.
Yeah.
So if you can't get, Pastor, I'm going to come to church on Sunday, then you need to find a way to work around it. And then by them knowing each other lines, so if I get stuck, she can throw something out there. Girl, what you supposed to be doing Sunday night? Oh, Pastor, don't forget Sunday night. I'm coming to, you know.
Right.
So it's like, it's not just let me learn my line, but let me learn their line.
Right. Yeah, know the story.
If you know the story, what's happening. So if I need somebody to throw me a line or get me back on track, then I trust them enough to do that.
That's
So,
Right.
So where can we catch the show?
The show is going to be July 22nd and July 23rd. It will be at DD Showbiz. It's 233 FM 1960 Bypass E Road. That is in Humble, Texas. So that's going to be that Friday at 8 p.m. and also that Saturday at 8 p.m. Depending on ticket sales, we are trying to work on a matinee show, but we're not going to set that in stone just yet. We just want to see how the tickets go first, but for sure it will be July 22nd and July 23rd. Tickets are $35. You can get them on eventbrite.com or you can contact myself or any of the cast members for your tickets.
Call me, man. I got them tickets, man.
And I can say we're doing a great job with the ticket sales so far, you know, but we just, you know, our goal is to be able to sell out.
Yes, Eventbrite.
Yes, our goal is to sell out.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your story through this play. You know, especially with culture today and the youth. You know, it tells you that it's okay to be just casually out there, just doing whatever. Hot girl summer, city boy, men. You know. And so, because daddy shorts, go ahead. What else? OnlyFans. Oh my God. Paul Lights on Saturdays. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know about all the nights on Sunday. Don't ask me how I know.
This is why he go to church and he do his play. That's why.
It's a Eddie Murphy.
Explain what's Harlem Nights. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know. But the movie, I just heard about it. Somewhere on Jensen.
Oh, that's right.
Y'all so
anyway.
Y'all so silly.
What was I doing?
I haven't seen this much man thigh in a long time.
For real. They showing that thigh meat every time.
Hoochie daddy, whatever y'all call them.
He's showing that thigh meat for the 2022.
Yeah. It ain't that
let them thighs.
Got a little right though.
I like my thighs from Popeyes.
Okay. Thighs that I can actually eat. I ain't got time to. If the thighs can still walk, I don't need to see them. I need my thighs where I can eat.
You ain't gotta worry about
Spicy.
Nobody got time for that.
We are so
Nobody.
silly. We gonna so before we head out and finish this interview up, we got a little game for y'all. I'm gonna omit myself from it because I already know the answers. But I'm gonna be answering Tiffany, Amanda, and Nikki. It's all right. Y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right.
We didn't know we was gonna be quiz.
So and this is like a little tip for not just all of us, but for viewers as well too. So me personally, when I go on set or when I go on stage, whatever, and I'm acting with, anybody, with all of you, I like to get to know my cast members or the crew. And I think it's very important that you know who it is that you're working with. And that's a tip for life right there. Know So, I call this, how much do you know? And this is, how much do you know your cast, your crew members?
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
so when I say answer these questions, if the person comes up and you know these answers, I don't want that person to say nothing, because I want the other people to get the answer right. So.
Wait,
say it again.
So if you know the question is about you, don't.
Oh, okay. So we can't answer about ourselves.
You can't
Gotcha.
answer yourself.
Okay, got you.
Who clicks on?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna answer the questions, and then Michael Deshay will let you know what the answer is.
I think the middle one, you take the first and third.
Okay.
All right.
So
I got
you nervous? Don't be nervous. Oh, and then you on too, so they gonna be like, you don't know nothing about me. So yeah, and then they might just standing right next to you. So it's gonna be all right. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Yes, go.
Okay. So, which one of your cast members is a former bank teller from Bank of America?
Is this for anybody to answer?
Well, technically, I'm not in the cast.
Nah,
So.
I ain't get that one.
Bank teller at Bank of America.
Who is it?
Oh Lord.
You ain't get that?
I was gonna
I ain't
guess.
get that.
Is it you, James?
No.
I was gonna guess Aisha because I know
I
she
ain't get
worked
all
in
the
it.
questions. You all ain't know.
I can be wrong.
Let me see.
She works at the bank now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
can be wrong. Aisha, I don't know.
Let me see. The answer is.
Thank you, Uncle Wayne. Love you.
It's the first one.
Is that Deirdre?
You?
I should have.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, just spell
Would
it.
you like that in all one?
D-I-D-I.
Would you like it? Yes.
So it's Deirdre?
It's Deirdre. She's
Yes.
Deidre with a T.
Yes.
Okay. But my dad
Yes.
said with the DR.
Tidra.
Oh, for
All
real.
right, I'm gonna
Yes.
send those. Let me send those to you.
Yes, I was a bank teller for about 5 years. Bank of America.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's good to know.
Yes, I worked right there in the middle of a senior citizen center. I called that.
Oh,
you know what? Because it had a Louis,
Yes.
or Randall's,
Yes.
Anna's the Linens, Bank of
Yeah.
America.
Oh,
All
girl,
of
yeah.
the seniors. There was so many Lincolns driving around that parking lot. Girl, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
Which one of your cast members has a birthday on October 6th?
Child, I quit.
Let me see, because I'm good with birthdays. So
Amanda?
October. No, who has a birthday October 6th?
Man, don't do me.
Oh my
The other
God,
man?
y'all.
Who got birthday October 6th?
Is it the other man?
Aisha's birthday is October 4th.
Y'all need a clue.
Yes.
I can tap out if y'all
I'm
want.
out. Who the clue? Give me a clue.
Is it
It's
you?
a male.
Okay.
Oh, Albert.
Oh,
dang. That was like
Go ahead.
I was like, is it you?
Is it you?
Okay.
Tracking me.
Let's see.
Keep tracking me.
Hey.
Stop.
You too silly. Okay, next question. Which one of your cast or crew members was a part of a short film called Choices? If y'all tap out, just say tap out.
I'll tap out. I don't know.
Tap out.
Oh, we need to do a better job on knowing our cast members.
That's why I'm doing this right now. Who want to read it?
Everybody take that. Here go Mike. This one.
Was it a
Deidre.
And
you tapped out.
damn, we both were.
Oh, man.
Wait,
Get it yourself.
Wait.
I want that more attention.
Oh my God.
I was like,
yeah.
Wait, but my head went directly to you. I didn't even think about myself.
Forgot that you was in. See
I
that?
did. I went straight to you.
Yeah.
I knew I heard it. I said choices. James, you was in there.
You just said it out loud. But no, yeah, both myself and Deidre was in this film.
All right, Deidre and
We was in the
James.
film. We was in a short film called Choices. I think that was our very first
That was
time.
our first time meeting.
That was our first time meeting, working with each other. She was rocking rough and stuff with an afro.
Hey,
rock on
with your bad
That's right.
What kind of juice? Look at my own. Drinking on water.
Oh my! I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
I
and
had
I'm
that
gonna
Black Panther thing going
Yeah.
on.
I'm gonna tell you what was so cool about that is that it was at one point in time when we finished wrapping up everything, and you see all this black excellence.
Man,
And
it
we
was
were like,
so dope. The energy out there was crazy.
it was crazy because like we all stood outside of the car, his apartment at the time, and we was all just posted up chilling, black beret, shades and everything, gloves and all this. And this one guy came out of his apartment and he had he had like a grocery bag and he looked up and he was like,
What is going on?
Yeah. He was taking the back all that black
You should
energy.
have told him it's coming.
Yeah. We were literally like right in the middle.
And he probably like, is there a movie that I don't know about?
Everybody got their guns.
it was so
What complexion was it?
He was
He was that. Oh,
You know what?
Oh,
He
like to get on his phone.
You know what I mean?
He was about to call 911.
Would you say, was he like this or was he like
They ain't
this?
lying.
He was like,
it was so funny, man.
Officer, they not lying.
Excellence over
Too
here.
much black excellence. But it was funny and it was
And they look rough.
it was funny, but it was so powerful because all of us was like, not just besides that part right there that was so funny. And like when he walked off, we all looked at each other and was like, all right.
It was funny.
And then when all of us was like in unison, just walking to this one area to take that picture that's on the flyer, we felt powerful. We was like, it's kind of dope, man. We ain't gonna hurt nobody, but just feel kind of powerful. Just like being all this black.
They just let you know if we all can come together.
Yes, and we can. We absolutely
we all come
can.
together,
Yes.
then that's power. And
Yes,
they
it is.
know we have more power than we know ourselves.
Oh, of course. That's why they like to keep
We're
us
gonna have to
divided.
change that.
Elevate.
But
Don't
they
hate.
start the division.
Yeah.
You know, and we kind of end it, we finish it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
we have to just put all those walls up and block all of that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Because they tell us that we can't get along.
Yeah.
You know?
Willie Lynch.
Together we stand, divided we fall. Like we need to get that concept like seriously. Like we need to learn how to like block out the devil.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on and say it, block out the devil, because it's the devil.
That's that Willie Lynch letter.
Can't stand in the
a
pump.
long time ago.
Let's get over to
Get
the
that chip off your shoulder.
Panther coming out of it.
Okay, so next question. Now, whose birthday is on October 4th and went to Prairie View?
Aisha. I just said it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know that. Yeah, I would know that.
Yeah.
So what did your birthday?
You
go to PBT?
I went to TSU. You went to TSU.
That's why.
Oh, Chris, your birthday October 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all Libras are so cool.
That's why I brought that up because I wanted y'all to TSU University. I was like, okay, next question. Which one of your cast members is from Washington, D.C.? Which one? Tiffany, you can answer too now.
Is it Miss Yolanda? From Washington, D.C.
You want to try it again?
Is it the Jaffe? Are you from Washington or are you from
No, I was born and raised here. On the playground where I spent most of my days.
Is it fresh?
Chilling out, messing out.
I know he ain't from Washington.
Oh, I'm tripping. Amanda.
You know.
I'm tripping. You know what? I'm tripping because I'm so used to you saying Baltimore, and I know that's kind of like the same thing, kind of. But I'm so used to you saying Baltimore, and I wasn't thinking DC.
Yeah.
Like that's why he's like, you want to try again? Because I'm sitting up here like I want Amanda to beat me up after the show.
It's not.
It's like Baltimore.
It's Baltimore.
That's how they pronounce it.
Yeah, it's like Baltimore.
That's why you
Because they have an
sound
accent. They go year with everything. Year.
That East Coast accent be on thick, boy.
Yeah.
It be on.
That Baltimore.
She said, "What? Damn it, Karen!"
Oh man.
They do one time for us, they do.
We almost
Yeah, do.
Oh.
I don't say
No,
it like
no, they-
Baltimore.
Oh, y'all,
Baltimore
I don't
say
say it
do.
like
I was
that.
born in D.C.
Oh, okay, okay.
Baltimore be kind of equivalent to Beaumont. See, is. Just a little further up.
Ooh.
Just a little further up.
Shots fired. Bang, bang, bang.
Next question. Which one of your cast or crew members performed at the FOS, aka the Festival of Stars?
Oh, that's easy. Me and James.
You weren't supposed to tell the answer.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I know. James and Tiffany.
I thought you didn't know the rule. I was like, I forgot. Oh goodness.
A few more questions, then we gonna get up out of here. Too funny. All right, so.
Which one of your cast members dressed up as Princess Tiana from the movie Princess and the Frog?
Oh.
What?
Which one of your cast members? Say it again.
Is it Mimi?
Yeah, Mimi.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
She look like a
Tiana.
She look like Tiana.
I think there's one more left. Or one,
No, it's
two?
two more.
Two more? Okay. Okay.
Almost there.
Almost there. Which one of your cast members studied at Auburn University at Montgomery?
Miss Yolanda?
We need a clue.
Give me a clue. Just a little bit.
It's a female.
Oh, you don't say. We ain't got the three males in the cast.
Yeah. Okay, Shane. Let's start with an A.
Start with
Amanda?
Anika.
Anika?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, I should know that. I get an F. I should know
That's
that.
horrible.
Anika, are you looking at the scene?
Anika.
Man, just pick the
Okay,
little
we got
women
one
and
more
then
question, and then we got one bonus question.
Okay.
Oh,
All
man.
right. This is. Which one of your cast members attended Eisenhower High School?
Is it them Eagles?
That's on the south.
No, Eisenhower's on the north. That's
It is?
Aldi.
Yes.
That's Aldi. We played
That ain't
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
They was the Eagles. We used to shoot that bird.
Big eye.
Y'all give up?
I give up.
I went to
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We used to
Y'all
shoot
dug
that
deep
bird.
with those
I went
questions.
to
Oh, it's
Swoop, swoop.
see, it's right here. Look, we shoot that bird. Yes.
That's why you sitting up here doing
Big
it.
eye.
Swoop, swoop.
Big eye.
Oh,
Swoop.
Oh, wow.
too funny.
Yeah, we used to shoot that birds down in the stadium.
Yeah.
That's something like this.
No.
This is how we used to act.
It was her.
Yes, I cannot.
No.
No, you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna tell you what year I graduated, but you know
Graduated.
I was like, we probably like 97, 98.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't put that out there.
Oh, put that out
Black
there.
it out. Black it out.
Maybe Black don't crack, but
You can't edit a
look, I'm
line.
proud to be I'm proud of
That's
you.
all right though. I look like a class of the 2000s.
Take it on for the 99, 2000.
Oh, good. They like, ooh, class of 03. Damn.
You said you had a bonus question too?
No, I was, but I'm not.
Chris got a bonus.
Okay, so this one says, so which one of the cast or crew participated in the college prep program that, helped them transition from high school to college?
I definitely don't know that one.
I don't even know that.
I know
I have a
that.
clue for y'all this time.
I know.
Yeah. Upward Bound, UHD, class of 2004. Yes.
What is that?
So an Upward Bound, the Upward Bound program is basically geared for like high school students to gear them towards college. Like they take you on college tours, you take summer courses, and then you end up, how many credits they give you? 6?
6.
Yeah, like by the time you graduate high school, like you get 6 credits towards your college education.
See?
Yeah, my son is doing that. He gonna have 12 when he graduates next year. He'll have 12 college credits.
That's actually
But that was some of the best days of my life. Like we took more out of town trips.
Yeah,
man.
he be gone.
What was that? Our senior trip was actually in Boston, Massachusetts. They took us to Boston, Massachusetts on a college tour for our senior trip. And then for 2003, we went to Florida.
Yeah, my in-laws, my sister-in-law, she did it too. They went to Washington. At the time, it was Jeff Davis. They changed it to Northside now. So Jeff Davis had it going. So yeah, my wife, my sister-in-law, and my brother-in-law, they all did the same program.
Oh wow!
It's just when you go when you go for a level 59, those high schools they don't do that.
Yes, no, but it's and you know what? Like I know UHD, they didn't have like the dorms, but you know some people like TSU, they have the program where you can actually stay. So that'll give like the college, the high school students the practice of like staying in college dorms and stuff.
Experience.
But we didn't get that. But I wouldn't trade my experience for nothing because I enjoyed University of Houston downtown, Upward Bound. Like to this day, some of us still keep in touch. Look at this, Chris was in it. That's over 20-some years back, right there. Like we all keep in touch, whether it's on social media or whatever. Like that's just that. I mean, that was just like a nice legacy to just do, you know.
And I can truly say that the Tiffany I see now is, hey, she ain't changed much.
That's one thing I will say. Like, I mean, of course, you know, we evolve with age, but I've pretty much been myself to the core. Yeah. I don't really change. I'm pretty consistent. I try to be anyway.
Do you want to write more plays?
Absolutely. This is only the beginning. Yeah. Like I went and I have my sole proprietorship for TDLC Ministries, and no, this is only the beginning. But to tell my story was like a breakout point for me. So this is only my first script. Okay. This is not the end of Tiffany.
There's more to come.
There's more to come. Absolutely. I'm gonna try to do at least 1 or 2 a year, at least.
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
yeah.
The production, I mean, the background of it does take a little bit of time, right? Because you definitely want to have a great cast and crew.
Yeah, I have the best crew.
A little bit extra time with the cast and the crew, it'll make the rest of the filming part go way quicker, easier. Yes. So once or twice a year. So you already started writing on this next one, right?
I have not, but I have an idea of what I'm going to write about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little?
So it's okay. So this first one, you know, it's Walker Purity talking about the purity part, but I want to go deeper into my life. Like I want to talk about the failed friendships, the failed relationships, like more about that. I kind of highlight some of that throughout this current production, but I want to like make that the focal point the next time because I've had a lot of those.
Okay. That sounds exciting.
Real. Yeah, that's real everyday life type stuff. It's like it's like. And see, the good thing about my script, let me turn this on me for a minute. The good thing about my script is like I feel as though like although it centers around the walk of purity, it's so many other gems that's being dropped in my script. Like it ain't just about sex, it ain't just about the lack of sex, and no, it's about friendship, it's about family, it's about other just life drama that people can be delivered from. So that's what I like the most. And as I was writing, I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. Like I didn't, but then when I look back, I'm like, wait, it's a bunch of gems being dropped in the script.
Even like with the men, I don't want to give too much at all, but that is like my favorite.
The point of view
scene in the play. It's just like getting the men's perspective.
Yeah.
To see them, to have the whole little conversation. It's like when I was reading the script, I was like, oh, bro, this is it right here. Like, this is my favorite part.
Just to see the different perspective, to hear a man chime in.
Yeah.
Right.
Most importantly, it just opens up that conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's a totally different conversation when it comes to guys. They have, like, we think we have a lot of pressure as women being virgins, but for guys that are virgins, I mean,
that's
I can't believe
really tough.
even start to think about what they have to go through with their faces, with their friends,
all the temptation.
It's the peer pressure and just it's a lot of stress for a man to walk that path. They make you feel like you're less than.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
They make you feel like you're not cool or that you're lame.
Right.
But I mean, the thing about it is like society. I don't understand why society places so much emphasis on that because life is much more than just that.
Correct.
Like people, you would assume. Okay, put it like this: if I didn't tell y'all That's what my testimony was. Would y'all even know?
No.
Because I don't live a boring life.
There's no certain look to virginity.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, but some people would assume that she boring, she don't do this. I enjoy my life.
Yes, you do.
I enjoy my life. So you can have fun and still do stuff the right way. And then even when I say by doing stuff the right way, I do other stuff that's wrong, okay? That's just one thing that I've chosen to do right in my life. Yeah. So by no means am I trying to claim to be perfect or anything like that, but that's just one thing that I've just stuck to.
Yeah.
Right. But even with that, it's like, nah, man, I enjoy life. I go to my happy hour, baby. I travel. Yes, I do drink. Like, I enjoy life. Like, it's not, to me, you don't have to, society will have you think, oh, girl, you missing out. Or you ain't had no D or nothing. Okay, so, but I'm enjoying life. That's one thing I had. Like, give me a break.
You ain't
missing. Yeah, like, come on. Long thing, you
enjoy your life.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's how y'all feeling.
You ain't know it.
I'm not gonna say that. Right.
You ain't missing.
Right. I said you can't miss nothing you haven't had.
Right. But what I am gonna say is that takes a lot of courage.
Yes.
And a lot of strength. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't have that amount of strength to do that. Mm-hmm. And so instead of people judging you and saying that you may be lame or all of that, they should see the strength in you instead.
Come on, you have a church this month?
Yes, I appreciate that.
I know sometimes people use sex just like they use alcohol and drugs as an outlet. Yeah. So you'll go sleeping from this person is because you're trying to fill a void.
Correct.
Instead of us just loving on ourselves, we're looking for that because that's what you see on TV. That's what you see in the and growing up they only tell you better have sex before marriage because you're gonna do da. They don't tell you the benefits of not having sex. They don't tell you the benefits of not doing things that is not in the will of God. They tell you what not to do. So you're steady you're giving us fear. Yeah. But you telling me this fire is hot, I'm gonna go and test it out because that's what we do.
I need to know, like, so it's hot, but then what else?
Yeah. What are the benefits of me not touching this fire?
Right.
What are the benefits of me not having sex before marriage?
Such as no soul ties.
Right.
All of that.
Because I learned that later in life. So now you're like, why is these relationships not going right? What's going on? Because you have all these different attachments. Right.
From
these
other
different
people.
energies that you just you sleeping with this person.
The prior person that you slept with, and then you gotta deal with people that they slept with too.
Whole cycle. And so now you're wondering why am I so screwed or why am I messed up? It's because you have a lot of energy. You have all these coming. Y'all transferring.
You transferring spirits from your past spirits and their past, and it's just like
But I of course, I learned that later in life. So it's like now, even with my kids growing up, thank God they waited longer than I did. But the fact is, I let them know it's not. I'm not saying sex is bad, but this is the benefit from not doing it right now.
Right.
Yeah. So if you still choose to do this, then that's your choice. Your choice is your choice, but this is the benefit from not doing it. I'm not going to tell you it's nasty, it hurts. I'm not going to tell you the negative. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't. What the benefits, what you're going to reap from not doing that.
But some parents just be like, don't do it. And then
don't explain.
And
so they have to go out.
And so I had to go out and learn.
Kids, and they're inquisitive. They go, well, why can't I?
Yeah.
Right. What is it? Well, what, they're going to ask questions. And it's hard when you're raising daughters and you're trying to tell them and explain to them, like, okay, you want to wait till this time and that time or whatever. They go, well, what did you do?
I've never, and that's what anybody, me meeting whoever, people on the street, my family, my kids, I've always been truthful about my experiences. Like, so when my kids have questions, it's some conversations. I remember when they got to high school, I'm gonna go back to middle school. When she came home and was like, this girl wrote her love. Wait, what? I sat there and I listened. I didn't say, girl, I don't want to hear that. No, I need to hear what's going on. Where your mind, what's going on, this and that. And good thing, I'm going to say I was a hell of a parent. She didn't fall for a lot of the stuff that I probably, would have fell for because of this and that. But it's like us as a parent, we have to leave the dialogue open, no matter how hard the conversation is, no matter how weird it makes us feel. Somebody gonna teach them. Somebody else is gonna teach them. But because I had already opened that, she already knew what to look for. Right. My son too. I taught the same thing, the same conversations I had with my daughter, I had with my son. It is not off limits.
Daughter or son first?
My daughter's first, and then my son. but same conversations. It goes for you too because the same thing can happen to her. It can happen to you. Whether it's rape, molestation, you get into drugs, whatever, you are not exempt. So you literally have to keep that door open.
Yes, indeed. This is awesome. Are you here, Anika?
Hey, Anika girl.
Yes, Anika is a member. She's another member of my production team. She's awesome. I appreciate my whole production team, my whole cast. Cause listen, y'all, I have to say this, for my very first time doing a production, I can honestly say I have not been stressed, not one time. And I know it is hugely due to the fact that I have a professional cast and I have such a great production team. Like there have been times I've been frustrated about like small things here and there, but it's nothing to like, oh my God, I'm about to pull my hair out. Like they stressing me out. I have not had, and we're like almost like less than a month from the show and I have not had a stress moment. And I thank God and I pray that I don't. But I thank God thus far I have not been stressed. And I really have to attribute that to my production team because y'all are like, before I can even think it, y'all done already done it. Like seriously, it's like y'all read my mind. Like seriously, like in my cast, y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all are so awesome. Like I'm about to cry right now.
I was like, girl, I knew. I was like, she's gonna stop that crying.
I'm about to cry right now. 'Cause and you know what, Deidre? You already know I'm not that emotional. So for me to get emotional, man, I'm
the emotional one.
Yeah. I'm just like, man.
That's why I made sure no makeup on today.
Man, like seriously, this journey is almost like, don't get me wrong, I'm ready for the show, but it's like I don't want it to end because I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because every time, like I say, like here lately, every rehearsal has been like I'm watching the show. I don't feel like I'm in rehearsal. Of course, you know, we got to move the props and stuff like that, but I feel like I'm already watching the show that I wrote. And I'm just like, wow. For the first, huh?
So go ahead and write your knuckles so you can keep riding that wave.
Yes. Oh, baby, it's not going to stop. What you say, Anika?
Keep on riding.
Yes. Absolutely, man.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey.
Pastor. She said we're gonna be here.
But I also wanted to say too, like while I have y'all on live, I want to just say, first of all, I want to thank the Just Acting Up group for meeting with me in person. Y'all, we made history today. History was made today because I had
excellence.
Yes. I had a personal interview with y'all about 5 or 6 months ago, and it was just me. You know that y'all normally record or whatnot, but y'all, I think this is y'all first time coming out doing a live interview. Yes, ma'am. And I'm so honored to be the first person that y'all do that with.
Yes.
I'm so honored.
All of us out of our homes and here. Every minute.
I'm so honored. Like
traffic.
Yes. I wanted it to be special because I feel like this is more special than we can just log on Zoom. No, I want that to come to like a real interview.
Yes.
And I'm just so honored. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming out because I don't think she wasn't on the other one that I did.
No.
It was just the guys. So I thank you.
I actually was just added on this year.
Okay.
Kind of like February.
Oh, yeah, because I had mine in January, so I had just missed you.
And I mean, the guys are great. They're awesome.
Yes.
It was just
they needed your energy.
They needed to balance it out.
Estrogen representation.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. What you say? I got me crying a thug tear.
Not a thug tear. Nah, Chris, I'm over here crying a thug tear.
Oh man.
Tiffany, don't be transferring your
It's so crazy because
Yeah.
I actually met Job first and Mike. Both of these guys acting on set.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're an actress as well.
Yes,
Okay.
I act, I sing, model.
Okay.
What's that, Jay?
I'm in good company.
What's that, Jay?
It was the office scene with the
Santa Claus. Yeah.
Remember you always talk about me running in those hills?
Yeah, that was you running in them hills.
Let me tell y'all something.
God bless them ankles.
For every last one of y'all ladies who wear heels and y'all can run, I applaud y'all. I really do.
I wear heels, but I darn sure ain't finna run in them.
They made us run like I don't know how many times they made us run, but it was a lot. And I do remember Tashay was the only one in heels. That's dedication because she didn't kick them off at all. She just kept
Baby, I'd kick them suckers off.
And she cut them corners like.
No, with what went on in the scene, you ain't got time to kick them off. And I was like positioned in the back hallway. Right. And so when I heard what was going on, I'm like, okay, I know they about to run. And I looked, and I see Mike over there just. And then I see Tashay form was just perfect. Like I'm talking about, you gotta
Track star.
she was just like, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, okay, and she was in heels. All you got was. No, man.
Well, I mean, they said we gotta run that. I thought about what I would do in that situation. You know, you have to put yourself in it. And I was like, okay, I can't be looking like I'm just stuck in mud while I'm running in these heels. Right. Looking weird. Like, I need to look like this is a normal day, and I run in these muds all the time.
Okay. I don't know if I could pull that off.
I
applaud
you. They did not tell us there was gonna be any running. They didn't say that.
No,
they just told us to wear like office business attire. I was like, okay, I got this one. Oh no, they didn't tell me.
Oh, have mercy.
Yeah, well, I pushed
because the way this angle set up.
You hear me?
Yeah, there's no way I applaud you. I can pull that off.
It was weird too because we had to run straight and then kind of like curve into the hallway to kind of like duck somebody that's supposed to be coming out shooting. So it's like, okay, you got to run like you actually running from something scary. You can't be like, oh, running all soft and stuff. You're gonna get killed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would have been one of the first ones dead of love.
Oh, my.
They would have got me. So what I said, these knees are set up with what? Author and writer.
You hear me?
Yeah. Author over here, writers over here.
No, ma'am.
Bam.
No, I was just gonna say, just the way this show came together and acting to Shay, it's just been a blessing. Like just the people we've been able to connect with, like yourselves, and to think this all started at a mixer.
Yeah, it did.
What? Wow.
Yes, me and Mike, we went to college together. We knew each other since high school, and I think we met James at a mixer. And nothing happened for like what, a year or two.
Yeah, like a year or two.
And then
the pandemic came. Pandemic. And then we came down.
That's the industry I was in, and hit them up. They was like, hey, let's just put this together. This industry needs this in general, like a podcast that's catered to the acting and directing.
Everybody help each other.
Chris, you being modest because you called me and was like, let's start a podcast.
I did. I had just left 14 years of career in radio, and I was like, what next? You know? And it's just like, and he's just been putting the right pieces in place and meeting dope people and just having these type of interviews, I think, is necessary.
Yes,
absolutely.
And a little silly note on me when we met that night. This is why I represent. So I told them what made me go over to talk to them. Cause like I just talk to anybody. I'm like, hey, you know, what's up? What up? You know, I'm just silly, whatever. But that night we was inside that bar, and I was seeing different people that didn't look like me. So I was over there, I was showing like, everybody was talking. I was like, okay, what's up? What's up? I'm like, and then I was like, hey, where my people at?
I think I see some.
Hey, what's up? But I went over there, I was like, hey, what's up, man? And Mike like, yeah, what's up? And Chris like, what's good, man? So after that, it just took off. We were so cool. We chopped up for a good minute, and it was cool. It was cool.
I think we've known each other for years.
Yeah, really.
We will find our people.
Yes.
Y'all know y'all be going in the room surveying.
I definitely do that when I come through the room. I love spidey senses.
There we go over there. Let's go over here and stand over.
But I feel so honored, like I say. It's just like, cause it dawned on me. I was like, wait a minute, we making history on both spectrums. Like, this is my first show, my first time doing a podcast for my show, and this y'all first time coming out, agreeing to do a live, and this is a first for all of us. So I mean, that is just. I should have bought some wine. I should have bought some champagne. Man, this is awesome. I thank y'all. Like I say, I can't wait to. My prayer is that number one, we sell out, and then number two, that somebody can pick this thing up and help me take it on the road. I have high hopes for this. This is not the last of Tiffany. This is not the last of TDLC Ministries. Like, this is going to go places because number one, it's rooted in God. And number two, a lot of people say ministry this, ministry that. When I say ministry, that's what I mean. Again, I'm always quick to say I'm not perfect, but my heart is ministry. And so with that being said, because it's rooted in God, it can't help but to go places. And I'm already thanking him in advance. I'm already thanking him because I know that this is going to go places.
Yes, it is.
When you speak it, it definitely happens.
Yeah. And before we log out, Tiffany, tell us again where the place is going to be held, on what day, and
So the play will be at DD Showbiz in Humble, Texas on July 22nd and July 23rd. It will be at 8 p.m. on both nights, and the tickets are $35. You may purchase on eventbrite.com, or you may contact myself or any of the cast and crew to get your tickets. Right?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody who have logged on, who have caught this interview live. I want to thank my supporters. Thank everybody who has a hand in this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.